hang on. Let me hop on Rumble.
How short is Mark Hamill? Oh, yeah. Well, rescuing or not, bitch.
Liberative. Checking. I see nothing.
I see nothing.
I am. I'm at your channel. I see nothing.
Liberty. Why is nothing coming up on mine? Oh, okay. We're working on YouTube, by the way.
Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will to do right.
Excuse me, burping again. Damn, I'm having Coke, and Coke makes me burp. And we're live. I don't know if you've been reviewing this or not, but we were live then too. We're still live, and I am your host, Jay Fry. With me, as per usual, is Sean. How's it going, Sean? Okay. And along with Sean, the occasional Garrick. How's it going, occasional Garrick?
Occasional Garrick is doing well in West Texas and fucking heat and dying. Ever so slowly. Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking, my toes are nipply here in Tennessee. Sean, how's what's left of your toes in Arizona?
I was going to ask if you still had them or not, but yeah. Hot damn. Doing good. Well, okay.
He was born in Ohio. Cut him some slack. That's going to be a new phrase coming along. I'm starting it early.
If there's ever extra appendages you brag about, it's a third testicle. That's about it.
My brother had a hydrocephalic testicle, which is when you get damage to a testicle and it ends up wrapping itself in water. So it's a large testicle, often mistaken for a hernia by just sight until you fucking feel it because doctors want to touch everything. But when it got taken care of, there was like an obvious bulge in his pants, and it was reduced. And so we had the best time claiming that he only had one testicle, because to thwart any accusation of that, he would have to show off his testicles. And you know, you're 8 years old. You don't really care that you have two testicles. You're 8. You're not doing nothing with them. We gave him a complex. Oh, I just got a notification I was live.
I'm looking at it now.
Well, I have it muted, so I don't see anything, but it's saying live. Is it about hydrocephalic testicles? Should I not say that word? Because it's a medical term. Because it's a medical term. I used to say hydrocephalical as if it was a hair follicle. Well, I mean, you're wearing a headset, aren't you?
So let's talk about.
Yeah, still nothing. There is nothing. There is no new stream showing up. I just refreshed it. It's still showing the one from 2 weeks ago.
I got Dinesh D'Souza. I got Tim Cass, Crowder. Where the fuck are you? Subscriptions. Got Raggles and Gas Media. Matt Christensen, Crowder, Tim. Like, we wouldn't live.
Thank God it's only a hobby. Nothing lost.
How do we have 30? You have 35 videos up. Well, I mean, apparently 2 weeks ago and 2 days was the last time. So that's on the weirder side. Oh. Yeah. And before that, it says a month ago, and it's the bearded Elsa cucking thing. Well, what's important is that I'm following you, so I'm doing my duty. It says 4 to me. Did you get my comment on yesterday's YouTube video that you posted? Where are you, Steven? It's hilarious.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what happens when you say something that I guess
3 weeks,
Neil
like a
now
month and a half.
doesn't like. Or is it still Susan's got her thumb on the scale?
Norm. Mm-hmm. What's funny, Carrick, is Sean goes, someone said something, and I'm like, no need to go back and review it. We'll just blame it on Garrick. While he was going back to review it, and then he found out it was him, and then I admitted to you like 4 times. And I tried to get you. I tried to get Sean to blame you, but he wouldn't do it. He's too scrupulous.
Good Lord, the entire time
Thank you,
my
Sean.
mic has not been picked up by the frickin' software. Yep. Duct tape would be an upgrade.
Scotch tape would be an upgrade at this point.
Duct tape would be an upgrade. There we go. Okay, so we are live on Rumble. Rumble is working. YouTube has 1 viewer. So Steven and Black Magic and Maynard and everybody need to get a clue.
It's picking up. Well, all I caught was you complaining about it not being picked up. So technically that was picked up anyway.
Yeah. So it seems to be working.
Okay.
It's definitely.
So do you want to? Well, back in my day, we had self-defined britches, and you didn't get too big for them, even if you were a bank. Oh wait, we got to do Shawshank Redemption.
We got to do a bunch of them. We've been out for about a month now.
Yeah, but I haven't watched any of them.
What?
Blonde's opinions really make me want the 19th reveal.
Let's see. Last Samurai, 3 out of 5. Yeah, that's about right. Enemy of the State, haven't seen it, so I couldn't say. Blazing Saddles,
Refresh.
5 out of 5. Yes. Shawshank
Refresh
Redemption.
my memory. Which samurai?
The last.
Is that Matt Damon or Tom Cruise?
It's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
What's the Matt Damon one where he's a samurai?
No idea.
The Wall? Great Wall? Wall?
The Born
The Great Wall.
profit motive. I
The Born Profit Motive.
That was great. What is it? Improv. There you go. That was great improv there, Sean.
You know, it wasn't great improv? When it took you 17
Shut up.
seconds to remember the word improv.
Shut up, Jay. I don't need to hear it right now.
Somebody name a place. I'm not hearing places being named. This is improv, people. Come on. You want to go to the Improv Factory and shout out sad places? Holocaust Museum.
Hiroshima.
My bed on Friday nights. Speaking of, like, I've been watching those Gamera movies, and they only attack Tokyo. I'm like, is everything else too close to Nagasaki and Hiroshima that they're still butthurt about it? Like, they're only attacking Tokyo. And then I watched the second one in the Heisei series, and they not only attacked Tokyo, but like the 3 cities leading up to Tokyo. But they stay clear of those other major cities.
Yeah, well, they normally come in from the north. Both Hiroshima and Nagasaki are in the south. So,
I mean, they're fucking.
especially
half the time they're
Gamera.
aliens.
Gamera was up in the Arctic, so like up in Alaska somewhere.
Well, yeah, but since then he's coming from like volcanoes, and one time he wasn't on a planet, and
Yeah, he flew in from outer space.
yeah, attacked the 3 B butts, 4 B butts. Yeah. Telling Garrick about it. He's like, "What are you up to?" I'm like, "Fucking camera." He's like, "What?" Like, think
So
Godzilla, but affronted children.
So I just saw a meme. I need it explained to me. It's a picture of the front of SVB, and it has Spirit Halloween on top.
Dude, how do you not know that?
Come on.
Do you not have Spirit Halloweens down there?
No.
Spirit Halloweens take up any corpse of a business in October. Doesn't matter what the place is, what it was.
August. They take over.
Yeah, you're right. August. Sometime during the summer.
Where
They
was this
inhabit the
from?
corpses of businesses.
Yeah.
That's
Any recently shuttered business will end up with a spirit in it because the rent's
Right.
cheap.
Okay. Got it.
But these people aren't understanding. Like they're like, how? Oh, we can't believe SVB closed because they were supporters of us. Yeah, you're not profitable by any stretch or means, assholes.
Fucking
I mean,
dicks.
I mean, your asshole stretch, but there's no, you're not good. It's throwing good after bad. The last Gamera movie I watched had this commentary about global warming, and I'm like, he wrecks your entire city. Maybe if he stopped, the planet wouldn't be such a disaster. You fuck. Don't tell me about global warming when we got a fire-breathing fucking turtle. Ass blaster.
So because Ex Machina was on the list for a while, even though it didn't get picked, I still watched it. The movie's not really that good. Like, it's okay, but it's not good.
It's like a art house mixed with CGI. I don't know how it would be.
Well, no, I put it this way in my review. It's like, how did I put it?
I'm disappointed in the audience for not voting for Rush Hour.
I'm not.
You get to
I
make
did
all
give
the
Rush-
racial jokes if they watch Rush Hour. Come on.
Have you ever seen like the outtakes of Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Chris Tucker cannot call Fu. I think his name's Fu or whatever Jackie Chan's name. He calls him Jackie in like 93% of the time.
Wait, who are we referring to?
Chris Tucker. He
Calls who foo?
No, I don't know what Jackie Chan's name, what his character's name is, but he calls him Jackie like just constantly. And he's like, "Come on, Jackie!"
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, Chris."
Okay, Chris Tucker.
Well, he's like,
That's when he's
"Chris."
kicking down the door.
Yeah, like I remember in the '80s when
For
Jackie
God's
Chan.
sakes, it couldn't be any easier. The character's name is Lee.
Oh, Lee, that's right. Yeah. I mean, there's cute parts. There's cute writing in that movie about the Who's on First, but with Asians.
Yeah.
I mean that's cute, and it's well done. And Chris Tucker does have timing. He's just Jesus Christ. But at one point, Jackie.
There's a casting in that movie for the character's name is First Caucasian.
But at one point in the bloopers, Jackie pulls his gun. He says, "Cheese." It's supposed to be freeze. He's like, "What? Why are you laughing?" And they explain it to him. He's like, "Oh, well, yeah."
I'm a bigger fan of Rush Hour 2, personally.
I like Around the World in 80 Days.
Yeah.
It's Owen Wilson.
That's not Around the World in 80 Days. That's Shanghai Noon.
No, isn't it Owen Wilson in Around the World in 80 Days?
No, it's fuck, I don't know his name. Hang on.
Oh, it's
That weird fucker.
yeah,
Weird fucker. How many times have they made this fucking movie? Steve Coogan.
Yeah, Steve Coogan. The director
I would not
from
have
Tropic
guessed that.
Thunder.
Yeah, I think the first time I saw him was he was the devil in Percy Jackson. Not the devil, but he was like Hades. And I'm like, is that a beetle? What the fuck am I looking at? Is he
He's
an original?
remarkably in a lot of stuff and remarkably unrememberable in almost everything he's in.
Yep. Say that's accurate.
Yeah, but I'm like, is he a Monty Python guy? Like, what the? Is he the child of a Monty Python guy? Why is this guy so?
He's
Good Lord! I just Googled him.
yeah, he's in a lot of shit.
Damien Cockburn. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's the director in the movie.
In the movie, yes.
Okay, not the director of the movie.
No,
I was gonna say.
he's the director character in the movie.
Yeah. Got it.
Oh, he's in The Other Guys. Who was he in The Other Guys?
I want to say he thinks of himself as the current generation's Rowan Atkinson, but he's not that good.
Oh, he thought he was smooth as shit. David Ershon. Okay, I don't know who that knows.
No, David Atkinson's kind of hard to keep up with.
He kind of looks
Oh, yeah,
like
it's kind of...
Rowan.
he almost looks like Prince Charles.
Yeah, he was doing this like Keith Richards thing for I don't say Mephistopheles. Beside Pluto, what the fuck's his name?
Hades.
Hades. Thank you. You know, my favorite Hades by a long shot is James Woods in Hercules. Oh, is my hair out? I don't know. Who was I talking to about the other guy? I think I was talking to Steven the other day about the other guys and how. Like, have you seen The Other Guys?
I have. It's been a long time.
I'm not a Will Ferrell fan, but Will Ferrell not being Will Ferrell, I can watch it. And he wasn't Will Ferrell. He was like this weird fucking dude. And Marky Mark, I'm pretty okay with across the board. But I figured like they'd be doing like the back end of the comedy, like they get the shit detail, and like The Rock and Samuel Jackson. It was literally like every Rock character and Samuel Jackson playing Cool Shaft. And then they just jump to their death. I was like, holy shit! I was not prepared for this situation. But Gator got his due, and that's all that matters.
I like how Marky Mark's just astonished the entire movie that Will Ferrell's got this smoking hot wife.
I don't understand. I like the where he, what is it thinking about, like fucking with tuna fish with a line? Like, you ever seen a 600-pound tuna fish? You're in his world now, lion. Like, oh my god, who writes this crap? Like, I don't want to have conversations with my little brother in a fucking movie. All right, calm down. So, did anybody watch the Oscars?
Hell no.
No.
I didn't think so. There's like this heartfelt Harrison Ford hugging Ke Huy Quan.
Which is like legitimately, I appreciate that happened because that's nice. That was like a nice thing for all the fans, especially of like Temple of Doom or the Goonies or whatever. You know, that was a nice little moment there. And I mean, him and Michelle Yeoh winning awards, that's like long overdue for the both of them, really. So I got no problem.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh is like awesome in everything she's ever been in.
I watched a god awful movie with her, and she knew just how awful it was the entire time. She was the beauty teacher for Good in some Netflix show about the school of good and evil. She's just not happy. And come to find out, like 3/4 through, she's actually the magical history teacher. But because like the sides of good and evil have been tainted so much that good has an association with beauty, and so she was the beauty teacher. Oh, she had this huge chip on her shoulder the entire time. I'm like, what is wrong with you, woman? Why are you like, what is your? And then you come to find out, like, she actually had like a major fucking issue. It was hilarious. Like, and then she beat everybody up because she's Michelle Yeoh. She's like, I'm the magic history teacher. I was in. Was she in Wild Wild West? Was that Michelle Yeoh?
Oh, I don't
think
even
she
remember if that was her.
Mae West? East meets West. I like to keep my hand in on the Wild Wild West every once in a while just to see some Hayek's butt.
I haven't watched it in many years, but it's a good movie.
No, it was Ba Ling. Well, I'm canceled for racism.
Did you do a racism?
They do all look alike, man. It's nice. Like, I'm sorry, beautiful and Asian, there's only like 6 people, and it's a small category. But I've been watching a lot of 80s to 90s martial arts cop movies, and man, they will just, I don't care where you're from, you're Chinese for the next 39 minutes of this movie. like James Liu, who is an excellent martial arts choreographer and kind of a dick, like you can just feel his dickishness in a lot of his characters. But he was super arrogant in Jeff Speakman, Perfect Weapon. But these guys are old now. I think he's like 70. And Al Leong is in his like 70s too. But there's a couple of them, like James Liu, Al Leong, Anyway, they're like Ali Young's from like Mississippi, but they moved to LA, and then James Liu was born in LA. And what the shit?
Sorry, that was me.
But they don't like to get the nationality of someone like that who's born in America but of whatever descent. It's pulling teeth. But James Liu and Ali Young are both of Chinese descent, but they're also both in they're both in Big Trouble in Little China, which is okay because that's Little China. But Showdown in Little Tokyo, they're also in, and that is a different kind of Asian.
Well, it's like an Italian playing a Frenchman, or a Scotsman playing a Spaniard, or a Frenchman
or Italian playing
Scottish.
Indian. Our most famous example.
Yeah, well, that, or I was going to go with, like, I don't know, a Scotsman playing a Spaniard, or a Frenchman playing a Scot, you know, that sort of thing.
That wouldn't happen in a good movie.
Well, it did happen in one good movie, but only one good movie.
We don't talk about that. Good God, we don't talk about that.
But why, Jay?
Because it's only 30 years ago, but it's still too fresh.
Some wounds never heal. I know.
Wait till I blow your mind and tell you that the Kurgan is actually Mr. Krabs.
Depending. It's also Bull on the TV show. And he would have been a better Kurgan, too. Like, make your Kurgan 6'8". Don't give Tom Clancy or Clancy Brown fucking high heels. It's not Gene Simmons.
I think he worked better than Bull, but whatever, than Richard Mall.
Yeah, I didn't like, hey, let's give your ugly mug a face mask because you're worried about your good looks. Like, really? I love me some Bull Shannon. Love me some Fred Gwynn. I'm not exactly attractive man.
Who played Lurch?
Oh, Paul.
Oh, you know who else could have done it? The guy who plays
Paul.
Jaws. The guy who plays Jaws in all the Bond movies.
We were just talking about him the other day too. That's I think his name was Paul too.
Okay, so the famous scene in, I think it's
Paul
Moonraker.
Definitely. Oh, I just talked to Steven about this, so go ahead and do it yourself so that I have no input on it whatsoever.
Okay. Garrick, have you seen Moonraker?
Yes.
Okay, so you remember the scene where, I think it's Moonraker, that is, I could be wrong on which movie it is, but it's a James Bond movie with Jaws in it. And at the end of the movie, he hooks up with a...
Richard Keel?
Yeah, something Keel. But anyway, he ends up with a girl. Like a German girl with like braids and everything. Do you remember whether or not she had braces?
No, I can't recall off the top of my head.
Okay, so the only reason the scene works and that you would think that they would get together is because Jaws has these horrible steel jaws in his jaw. And the whole thing where they would connect is that the girl would smile and have braces. So they would have something to connect on. Is the general idea of it. Okay, so a lot of people, like me, remember that scene from the movie where he hooks up with this girl, smiles at her with his shiny grill. She smiles back and has braces. So you know, oh, okay, these two are going to get together. Except if you go back and look, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm. Tall Paul was from fucking Predator. Lurch's name is Karel Stroyukin in the Addams Family movies, and the show, it was Ted Cassidy. What the shit? So I'm looking at the actor who was playing the sinister-looking Butler Lurch in the comedy TV series Addams Family. But then if you go to also Lurch, it's got the Uncle Fester. It's the character who played Uncle Fester, and it says Fred Armisen. It's got a picture of Cousin It from like a cartoon as Snoop Dogg. It's got John Aniston as Luis Guzman. Like these Finn Wolfhard as Pugsley Adams. Bette Midler as Grandmama. Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia Adams. It's got a picture of the original Wednesday from the TV show saying it's Jenna Ortega. Wow, that's just confusing as all shit.
No, that doesn't show it. Damn it. I need to see the ending where Ricky gets the girl and Better Off Dead. Pretty sure that girl's got braces too.
Have you seen the TV show Better Off Ted?
I saw an episode or two of it, yeah.
It's like a season or 2 seasons. Oh man, it just beat you over the head with excellent timing and puns. I don't know how it didn't go further than that, but that first season was absolutely great. It's like watching a live action cartoon. We still haven't talked about Shawshank yet.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Shawshank Redemption?
Nope.
I've never seen Godfather. So
What? What the hell? What am I going to do with you, Sean?
There's a couple of reasons for it. Number one, I don't like downer movies. Okay. Number
like
two, downer movies, like depressing
Downer
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
You don't like what movies?
I haven't seen Shawshank and I haven't seen Schindler's List for basically the same reason. They look too depressing to see.
You just don't like Tim Robbins.
No, that's the other thing.
He keeps
The
cutting
best Tim Robbins, my favorite movie of his is
Jacob's Ladder?
No, try again.
Oh, what the hell's the one? Nothing to Lose?
Nope.
Wait, no, it's not. Is that Tim Robbins?
I don't know.
Danny DeVito for sure. No. I'm thinking of him and Martin Lawrence. What the fuck is...
No. That's not it.
Rocky Horror?
He's not in Rocky Horror.
I just want to say Rocky Horror.
Oh, okay.
Isn't he married to Susan Sarandon?
I think he is, yes.
So his wife was on it. Close enough. Doing
no,
3 degrees of Tim Robbins.
it's it's the Hudsucker Proxy.
Oh, I just ripped a gift from there.
I love the Hudsucker Proxy. It's one of my favorite movies.
I love that jump out the window. My God, it's so good.
You know,
Just so matter of
kids.
fact. I haven't seen that movie again.
But it's like the only thing I like Tim Robbins in.
I liked Tim Robbins. He wasn't likable by any means, but it's a very childish character. What the fuck was that? Yeah, it was him and Martin Lawrence and Nothing to Lose.
Oh, here's another reason I don't like downer movies. I made the mistake of watching Mystic River.
I think it was Zathura. Oh no, it's Howard the Duck.
What? It's the greatest. Awesome.
Howard the Duck. He was that childish fucking.
I guess he was okay in Bill Durham.
Bill Durham.
Bull Durham.
Yeah, it was Howard the Duck. Wasn't he?
It wasn't Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Wasn't he a Rio in Top Gun?
He was in Top Gun, but it's a bit part, so I don't really count it.
Wasn't he like Duckies? Rio? The blind leading the stupid. Oh, I liked him in IQ.
Meg Ryan shouldn't act opposite anybody other than Tom Hanks.
Or Bill Crystal.
Yeah, that worked too.
Somebody who can help her with comedic timing.
What's his face? King Loophole.
Poet says you guys can start the stream now. We still haven't talked about.
Yeah, technically we haven't started yet. This is still just kibitzing.
We can't get anybody to discuss the Shawshank Redemption to save our lives.
Talk about which Shawshank.
So Blonde had an issue with the shit. Is that what somebody said with the shit pipe? Speaking of Clancy Brown,
no, that was Matt had a problem with the shit pipe because he was, he broke into it so easily, is what he said, and I'm like, well, it's a movie. It compresses time in some instances, which that I would say was one of them.
Well, it's a pipe. He had a rock and a shit.
Yeah.
Start the stream from a month ago.
I've literally watched little kids fall through septic systems. So,
yeah, I mean it's not,
yeah,
it's kind of corrosive.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh. Almost like there's acid in the poo. But yeah, so that was his issue with it. It wasn't the actual crawling through shit because that's something that has to be done. Like you can't just have an easy. Like there's a Tango and Cash, one of my favorites. If you haven't watched Tango and Cash,
I have not seen that since it was in the theaters.
How dare you, sir?
I'm old. I get to say that.
You should watch it.
I probably should. It is a good movie.
It's got Robert Zadar, and God, that guy's face is just memorable. You broke that, Joe? Anyway, so he there's an escape scene in that movie, and it's a fucking piece of cake, Doors left open, you get up on a roof, you access, you fly down a I don't know what it is. It's like a fucking wind tunnel. I don't know what those are doing in prison, but there's a wind tunnel, then a ramp with water, then a fan that has to be broken, and then you're up on a roof and you slide down some power cables. That is, there was no. I mean, you wanted to see it happen, but it wasn't that big of a deal. But to see somebody knowing they have to what?
Tim Robbins is not married to Susan Sarandon.
They have kids, though, right?
They do have kids, yes. But he ended his relationship with her in 2009 and is now married to Graciela Brancusi.
I don't know who and or what that is.
I don't know either.
Is that a robot?
That's my dog.
I think it's a dog breed, actually. But to know, you have to crawl through shit, like the worst substances produced by man, next to a lot of things I've seen in Hollywood, then there's just like a not a catharsis, but like a cringe to it. Like, I don't know if I could do that. It's a tight space. There's a bunch of poo-poos.
Well, and that's what Blonde was saying. The visual or the metaphor is a bit on the nose.
That is like the metaphor for darkest before the dawn, because that poo was dark.
No, the only gripes that he really had against the movie were just nitpicky, because he did love the movie. He gave it a 4 out of 5, if I remember right.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that I remember specifically is that he was kind of griping about how it copied off of The Great Escape with the dirt in the pants thing, which I was like, that's kind of a whatever thing. That's just how you get dirt out of your cell into the yard, which the only other thing I could come up with was, well, he could have flushed it down the toilet, to which somebody said, well, no, he'd clog up the toilet. And I was like, I don't know about that, but okay.
Leslie Nielsen made mud pies. What was the movie with Leslie Nielsen escaping from prison? Was that one of the? I think it might have been one of the.
Naked Guns?
I think it might have been the third one. Yeah, with Anna Nicole Smith.
33 and a third, I think.
Prison changes a man. I used to be white.
Haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah, he smuggled it out in his pants too, and
or Police Academy. I should watch it.
He would empty it like right on the home plate, and home plated it up like 6 feet above where it should have been. Picture behind home plate was just standing up. That's just stupid. I love Leslie Nielsen. Rest in peace, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to have come back in
Oh,
Hollywood.
no.
It's just stupid, silly movies.
Yeah, it was good. Straight Man doesn't get credit for it. Charlie Sheen.
They'll never do it.
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen did
does a good
several.
job.
Yeah, he did several of the.
He did Hot
not several.
Shots.
Yeah, he did the two Hot Shots, and Emilio Estevez did Loaded Gun. He did pretty well there. Samuel L. Jackson also in Loaded Gun.
And the movie with them together that I can never remember the name of.
Men at Work.
Men at Work. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie.
It was, yeah. And the camaraderie, like you could tell they were siblings. Even though they took like the weirdest fucking path. Like, I'm gonna stay ethnic. Oh, I'm gonna go super fucking white boy.
Tiger Blood.
I want to get AIDS. I'm gonna be so white.
I'm going to fuck all of the women in L.A.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happens when you do, because Magic Johnson did the same thing.
Yeah, don't tell me
Yeah.
there's no cure for AIDS between Magic and Charlie. There's something floating around in Southern California. If you get AIDS, you get to live.
I'm pretty sure it's that injection of $100 bills straight into the bloodstream.
Well, which nowadays is a hell of a lot cheaper than it used to be.
Yeah, don't you want to wear a $3,000 suit, smoke a $50 cigar? Like, no, God no. I looked up the price of one of my shotguns. I was like, maybe I should get another shotgun. And a shotgun I bought 15 years ago for $300 is now $750. Price doubled.
Yep.
But all right, so what do we got? What do we got on the agenda? We want to do bank closes. We got
I think we kind of have to, considering it's all of the news all of the time now.
Well, I mean, we got.
We got the
I read a
Oscars.
story.
I mean, we
I
could
read a
talk the
story
Oscars.
out of Ohio about an Ohio zebra that bit a man's arm off.
Damn.
I think I'm gonna Google that real quick. Zebra bites man's arm off. Pickaway County man hospitalized after pet zebra bites arm off.
So it was his pet zebra.
Bites the arm off like it was like, take my strong hand, boss. Is that a strong arm?
Either of you watched the new Chris Rock special?
Nearly bites man's arm off. Okay. Zebra killed after nearly biting owner's arm off. That's completely
I
different.
have not watched the whole thing, Garrick. No.
I haven't watched it at all.
Okay, thank you.
I watched about a 2-minute clip of him talking about the slap.
Oh, the View called him a bitch. Everybody in Hollywood called him a bitch. Chris Rock didn't call him a bitch. He gets slapped, but Chris Rock gets slapped. Gabriel Iglesias does a good Chris Rock impression.
Surprisingly, Gabriel Iglesias does a lot of good impressions. I don't often think of him as an impressionist, but he does a decent job.
He does.
Yeah.
He does an amazing job.
He was the new Speedy Gonzalez in something or other.
Oh, you know who else does an amazing impressionist job?
Rich Little,
Yes, but he's dead, isn't he?
Frank Consigliere. I don't know what his last name was.
Oh,
Frank Castellano.
No, it's Caliendo.
Aliendo.
Yeah, he
I know he
does as
doesn't
well.
add.
But I was thinking much more because nobody's seen Frank in like a decade. I'm not sure where he is. Although he has a house out here, I have no idea. Nobody's run into him. But Ariana Grande,
Who'd she do?
any other female singer.
Oh, I've seen it on
Yeah,
with
she
Jimmy
does it
Kimmel.
on. No,
or not
on,
Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy
Fallon.
Fallon. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, she does it there, and then she does it on Saturday Night Live too. She's like freaky good at doing other pop starlets.
if only she could do herself better.
Yeah,
I could do her pretty good.
I'd give it the old college try.
I'm not one for Pete Davis seconds, but I'll take a shot at it.
I don't like
Definitely.
Pete Davidson, but I watched a 3 or 4 minute clip of him talking about their relationship and it ending, and I kind of have to appreciate Pete Davidson for at least that.
Yeah, I don't appreciate Pete Davidson for that exact thing. Like you are a 4. She is not a 4. For you to talk shit about her after she slept with you
Well, that's
makes you
just
a
it.
piece of shit.
He didn't.
He did too.
That I haven't heard. I mean, he made some snarky jokes about her fame and fandom, but outside of that, I don't think he talked shit about her directly.
Oh, he talked shit about her directly and like about I heard she was talking shit about me, so I guess I'm free game to talk shit about her. And then he went on about her using makeup as a fake tan and being a talentless hack. I'm like, she's got a fan base. You're a talentless hack. I don't find you
I would
funny.
not consider her a talentless hack. I think she's got too much talent.
There's such a thing, though, honestly.
Too much talent?
I-
Yes. She's a triple threat and a freaking 9 or 10 on any given day. Yeah. There's too much. Share that shit with some other people, please.
Mhm.
She's
That's why-
also like 4'3" or whatever.
That's why I appreciate Anna Nicole Smith. She only had that one talent. That was looking good.
Boy, did she abuse that talent, though.
I appreciate you
God bless her for it.
for not hogging all the talent. Looking at you, Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson was so hot before any of the surgery.
Yeah, like you used to be hotter. Looking at you, Madonna.
Madonna was never hot.
Oh no, when she was in Dick Tracy. Yeah.
Okay, she was attractive in Dick Tracy. I wouldn't call her hot, and that was a lot of work to get her there. But if you go back to like the Lucky Star days and Like a Virgin days, she was never actually attractive. She was never conventionally attractive.
So your hair and eyebrows ever gonna be the same color?
Nope.
Quick question, just that
She
question
was
right there, can you answer that?
always Italian and always not in the best ways.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. Welcome to tonight's episode. Fours pick on whores.
Oh, I'm changing the title.
I am your host, unattractive man number one.
Yes.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Like you know who
I'm
really
happy
gets
if I
my
can
goat?
get above
There's
a
this
3.
this vanity bitch, right? No, oh fuck, I love vanity. She's a threat and a half. God damn.
Shall we go to Eva Green?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh God, yeah.
there's she's got like an odd willingness to get naked.
Yeah.
Kathy Ireland.
I mean,
The opposite. Like be
No,
more
no,
naked. Kathy Ireland.
absolutely stunning. We're talking about chicks that only have the one talent. That's Kathy Ireland.
Well, yeah, but I was saying like Eva Green has like she's like, so I'm getting naked in this, right? And Kathy Ireland is the opposite. Poet poning us big time. He's like, yeah, I'm mid. Like you guys are ogres, but I'm mid. The land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. The land of the fours. The 5 shall be our Chad. Well, I think it is funny. Like all right, so there was a specialness to Jennifer Grey that was her fucked up nose.
Yep.
And Jennifer Grey, to the day she got her surgery, would always have been self-conscious about her nose. And when she got her surgery and she became Jennifer Grey post rhinoplasty, she became nobody.
She did become more conventionally attractive because she is. She's an attractive woman. But she was an attractive woman with a fucked up nose that gave
It
her
wasn't
a
fucked up,
unique-
it was character building.
Right.
Dang, it sounds like you're trying to compensate for something.
I have a cute button nose. Go fuck yourself.
I'm not talking about your
Sausage.
nose, buddy.
Oh. Is this a penis thing? Because I got one of them. It's just cold here today.
Oh, so that's why you use the metric system.
185 centimeters indeed. But yeah, she did damage to her career with that move. I watched Friends growing up. Friends was a thing. It was a cultural phenomenon if you were of a certain age. But going back and watching it years later, I'm like, holy shit, is that Jennifer Grey? Like, I suffered through Dirty Dancing on a weekly basis because my cousin was a Dirty Dancing fanatic. And we watched that movie every weekend at my grandma's house, to the point where we had to buy more of them because it got worn out. And I didn't
For
notice.
the children in the audience that aren't aware of how something can wear out, how a movie can wear out, explain to them what you're talking about.
That's a VHS tape off the TV that had to be purchased as a VHS movie because it would wear out. Like you watch a certain number of times. If you pause too many times in a spot, it'll wear on the tape because the heads push against the film inside the cartridge. So you could watch a movie, and if there's like a scene, like, have you guys, everyone's seen Basic Instinct, right?
All of the tapes were always worn out at the same spot.
yeah. So I mean that wasn't a thing for me. But I didn't own the movie, is what I'm saying.
I wore out the tape of Splash. I think we went through 3 of them.
Dear God. Her hair's gonna part just there you go.
That is the video version of Why Are the Pages All Sticky?
It really is, yeah. It's like, hey, what's wrong with this? Why is everything blurry for this? Yeah.
But it's like 3 frames.
So yeah, we literally, I swear to God, at minimum, watch this this VHS tape 50 times a year for multiple years. It depleted quickly.
That's entirely too many times.
Well, it was my cousin. She was like 7. I was like 10, and I didn't want her to bother me. So, and it was a good movie. Dirty Dancing is not a bad movie. Slightly slow, but not bad. But
Orbach's finest work.
No, God no.
Of course not. Nobody remembers he's even in that thing.
I do. He's the dad. Well, I know everything about that fucking movie, but that's so not fair to Jerry Orbach.
No, he was better on Law and Order.
I mean, Law and Order, Beauty and the Beast. Out for Justice. Do you know Jerry Orbach was in Beauty and the Beast?
The TV show or the movie?
The movie.
The animated movie?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
He was the candlestick holder.
Oh. Wow.
I mean, you know who the teapot was, right?
Yeah, that was Jessica Fletcher.
Angela Lansbury, yeah. You know the clock.
I don't recall who the clock is off the top of my head. No.
David Ogden Stiers. David Ogden Stiers from MASH.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Well, see, the great thing about animated movies is
you don't have to know.
You don't have to know who the actors are.
Oh, no, I have...
Does Frank Welker have a credit for Beauty and the Beast?
Frank Welker has a credit for Anaconda.
As the snake.
He's got other credits that they don't even tell you about. He was also the boat. He's good. I think he was a flame once, man. Frank fucking, I'm an IMDb. Frank Welker. God, I love his IMDb.
The encyclopedia that is Frank Welker's IMDb entries.
Just like what were you? I was you remember in The Shining, Jack Nicholson sat down in a chair, and the chair had 2 separate creaks to it. Those were me.
I was the chair.
You remember when he was? I was the typewriter. I was 16 pages of script. Like honestly, you would have a harder time doing the who isn't this guy? Like if you just put him up there, no one knows who he is. And you're like, make a noise. He was Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat before the other guy became the he's gonna have 1,000 credits by the time he's done.
Unfortunately, that time's rapidly approaching.
Well, he's at 899. But Curious George doesn't even talk, and he plays Curious George.
Well, I mean, he was the cave in Aladdin.
The cave.
He was the cave.
He was the lamp. just naming like things that don't have voices. He was the Ninja Turtle mobile in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. He was the Scepter in Guardians of the Galaxy. I still haven't seen it, but he played Fred Jones and Scooby in the episode of Supernatural. I wonder did Casey Kasem die because it says 2018 is the episode.
Casey Kasem died in either the late 90s or the early 2000s, I believe.
No, Casey Kasem died like 5 or 7 years ago.
Hang on, let me look. No, you're right. 2014.
God damn, I'm not right. Anyways, I try to keep up with native boys. He's a Detroiter.
He is. Born Detroit, Michigan in 1932.
He played Nibbler in Futurama.
Frank Welker did?
Yeah, he just plays so many fucking things, man.
Yeah, if there's
We're
something
gonna go through
animated or something that is like a sound effect, it's probably Frank Welker.
In the Adventures of Puss in Boots, a TV show, he was Baby Dragons. He just does so much shit. Okay,
Yeah, it's so
Lego Dimensions. He was Scooby-Doo, Fred Jones, Slimer, the Stay Puft, Mumsy Doo, Dada-Doo, Stripe, Mohawk, and the Kraken. They paid him $17 a voice. He made $16,000 that week.
go.
I don't know who Rashad is in World of Warcraft, but he's also got like his major knowns. Like he was Fred Jones, so Scooby-Doo. He was Megatron. He did Galvatron. Like
Dr. Claw.
Dr. Claw. Oh God, so many Dr. Claw. And far too many were too close to Dr. Claw. I think it was all like the the Beagle brothers from DuckTales. Azrael from the Smurfs.
He's the voice of Santa's Little Helper.
Mm-hmm.
He was the Shmoo.
Sparky Frankenstein's voice on Frankenweenie.
Mr. Mixelplick.
He was Mannequins / the Beast in Mirror Mirror. Whatever the fuck that means.
Where did he play Barney Rubble?
In what? Who was Barney Rubble in? Was that Rick Moranis?
Rick Moranis in the live action movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was Shockwave and Soundwave on Dark Side of the Moon. He was the Penguins in Mr. Popper's Penguins. So if you've ever just heard a creature laugh in a live action movie like Caddyshack, he's probably the voice of
He's probably the voice of the groundhog. Yeah.
of the groundhog in
The
Caddyshack.
gopher or whatever he is.
What the fuck ever. Yeah. I mean, I'm only in 2009. I'll get there eventually, but good fucking God. Oh, he was Bolt in Bolt. That's
I'll get my
that's oh, apparently there was other things. He was also Bolt in Super Rhino, whatever that is. Igor, Animal Voices, Garfield, Codenamed Kids Next Door, Professor Triple XL, whatever the fuck that is. Sound effects for monsters in Godzilla Unleashed 2007. Man's got quite the history. Jabberjaws, Avenger, Bus Driver, Biff, Fed Number 1 for Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
He was probably the alarm clock in Groundhog Day.
You mean the beep? Because it was a song.
I know it was a song. No, the like
Longest
never flips over.
career as a voice actor for the same character of an animated TV series.
Is it because he outlived?
No, he's
Casey
not.
Kasem?
He, according to Guinness, he doesn't even hold the record, which I think is bullshit. They gave it to Midori Kato and Takako Sasuga in Japan.
For what?
It says the longest career as a voice actor for the same character of an animated TV series is 50 years and 1 day, and was achieved by Midori Kato and Takako Sasuga in Japan, who voiced 2 characters in Sazei-san, as verified on October 6th of 2019. Which is absolute horseshit, because the very next year, Frank Welker would win for fucking Freddie Jones.
What about wait, when does that start? Because Lou Ferrigno has been every iteration of the Hulk since the 70s.
Okay, well, you got to remember that the Scooby-Doo started in like 1968 or 1969.
Okay, I'm just saying though, but the Hulk, like Lou Ferrigno has played every rendition of the Hulk for my entire life, and I'm getting fucking old.
Yeah, but Frank Welker has been doing Freddie Jones longer than I've been alive, and I'm older than you.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, you know, like at some point we got to beat that record.
Right.
I don't know how. Like, I guess he's the grunts for the Hulk or something, but still. Hulk smash record.
Well, you can definitely tell it's not Ruffalo in the Avengers movies doing the grunts.
Yeah.
They're far too manly for Ruffalo to produce.
Wait, what was that? Was that a high T grunt? What are you doing, Mark Ruffalo? Did you get a vocal stunt double? Sounds like someone who knows how to lift heavy things. That can't be you. He was the voice of the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns game. He was Clerks fan, cartoon horse, and Bill Clinton in the TV show Clerks. Abu, the Cave of Wonders, Barker, an ice cream vendor in Aladdin in Nasira's Revenge. Good fuck. All right, we gotta get out of there.
Yeah, no, we could literally spend all year just delving into his damn credits.
He was the dog in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. He was Max. Plasma Monster and Buzz Lightyear of Stark. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just stop. Go click on something else.
Yeah, just stop.
Now I'm gonna keep going. He was the Python in Python.
So, Sean, in light of the looming financial crisis, what are you investing in?
Frank Welker.
Yeah, just
Investing in his career. That's a good investment.
it wouldn't suck. It wouldn't suck. I'd buy stock in Frank Welker.
I'm buying stock in lozenges around Frank Welker. He was the goddamn parrot in Deep Blue Sea.
I am luckily poor, Garrick, so I don't have to worry about investments.
Mm.
If
Ghetto.
Yeah, let's just say I'm not real worried about the FDIC insurance on my bank accounts because I don't come anywhere close to having to worry about them not covering what I've got in there.
Yeah, when they told me they cover up to 250, I was like, okay, I got about 125 in there, and they were like 1,000. And I was like, what? What?
125.
Are we talking
That was-
pennies?
The only thing that I'm concerned with, and I'm still humming and hawing over this, is my 401k.
Yeah,
I've got
that's fair.
I've got my Vanguard account, but I figure if anybody's safe, it's fucking Vanguard. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my money in Vanguard. But then my
Probably.
401k last year, through just sheer mismanagement and corporate fuckery, lost about 27% last year.
Ooh.
Yeah, it hurt.
Damn.
Ooh. That made my balls shrink a little bit.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it hurt. It hurt real bad. So I kind of needed to recover, but now I'm concerned that it won't because stock market and other people's fuckery. So I'm torn whether I should just take what's there out and put it into something else, like physical gold and silver and bullets and, emergency food and a generator and maybe a side-by-side of some sort. I don't know.
It wouldn't hurt. Dude, take Blonde's advice, buy land. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't making any more of it, but they are figuring out ways to get it from you.
Right. Well, I don't think right now is the time to buy land. I think we're looking at a serious housing dip.
Well, that's housing. That's not land.
Well,
Quite the same.
that's true, but I think that you're gonna. Oh no, it's not, poet. The 1 month Treasury bill is 4.5%. The 1 month T bill is that. Well, that might be a good investment. But I was looking at the 2-year T note, and the 2-year T note took it in the shorts today. It went from like almost 5% down to 2%. So I don't know that investing in the government is a good idea right now either.
Yeah.
Since when is investing in the government ever a good idea?
Well, if poet's right and a 1 month T bill is 4.5%, that's smart. Do that. It's only a month. What are you going to do with your money? It's just going to lose. You're going to lose money if you don't put it into something in that month. You might as well put it into a T-bill.
Yeah.
Wait,
My
what is a
401
T-bill?
treasury note.
I don't know these things. All right.
My 401 is invested straight with basic needs. Toilet paper, toothpaste. Like Johnson & Johnson is my riskiest investment, and it's barely worse than Arm & Hammer. Just anything that you use, a consumable that gets repurchased. Not the fancy bullshit like Gillette is. I stepped off of Gillette when they started with their bullshit, and I kind of keep an eye on what is and isn't. But as far as I'm concerned, Arm & Hammer. Now Johnson & Johnson, it did try to get in on the vaccine with their nonsense, but that's actually a pharmaceutical division and not Johnson & Johnson, J&J. So toilet paper is a necessity.
Is it though?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing.
It's still being purchased in the same quantities.
That's true, but I mean, push comes to shove. I'm hooking up a redneck bidet.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
yeah. That's something that can happen, but it hasn't. So a little, not faith per se, but the real struggle with why we don't have a civil war and things like that is normalcy bias, and I am leaning on that as a hedge. Normalcy bias, things keep going as normal, they'll keep going as normal. So until then, I'll keep my investments in the everyday consumables that get purchased every week. No one washes tinfoil, but they'd rather buy tinfoil than wash a roasting pot. So the laziness of American people is what I'm profiting off of.
Yes, you can pretty much bank on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
But no, I have
Been like that for 40, 50 years.
I should.
Well, yeah,
I
but
should
I'm
probably have more emergency food on hand than I do. But I have a ton of non-emergency food that's like shelf stable for months or borderline years.
I have far too much chili right now. Chili for chili dogs. Chili.
Yeah, canned chili.
I don't know why. Like I think I was planning on having chili dogs, and for like a month solid, I bought 2 cans of chili.
Always on
Every
the
time I went to the grocery
lookout
store.
for good ammo deals, but
Yeah,
those are few and far between.
yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I buy gold. I
Reload,
buy silver.
buddy, reload. Learn to reload.
Yeah.
How's your gold and silver stash?
Platinum's not going where it should be. I think I'm gonna break up my platinum and put it back into gold.
I only
Platinum.
own one piece of platinum just so that I have a piece of platinum. Platinum,
And that was
I don't think it's a good investment metal. I don't
It's
think a good
not.
investment at all. Yeah.
But I did the same thing. Like platinum. What is that? It's a flake. No, you're looking in the wrong corner. That's dust.
No, I haven't. I have
Now,
1 ounce of
when you
I have
guys-
1 ounce of platinum just so that I can say I have 1 ounce of platinum. Literally, that's the only reason. But yeah, it's not a good investment metal.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys discourage against jewelry as an investment, or is just gold and silver coins or bars better?
Depends.
Well,
Are you India?
Yeah, and
No.
you have to define what you mean by investment. Like, are you expecting it to
something-
gain value?
No, just hold value.
It will hold value, yes.
Yeah.
But it'll hold value based on the metal and gem content, not on the aesthetics.
Yeah. There are Cuban ropes. The most popular place for Cuban rope gold chains is India. There's something like an insane amount of wealth in the top drawers of Indian family homes in gold necklaces
Yep.
and bangles.
Yep. Well, and it's why you see all the fancy jewelry on pimps.
Yeah.
So they can bail
Because they
themselves
can't
out
take
of
it from
jail.
you. Yep. That's why pirates used to have gold hoop earrings. Paid for their funerals.
I'm hoping that silver does, in fact, become a very liquid, barterable.
It's a hard word to say.
It is. So I've got
Barter
silver,
material.
Yeah, barter material. I've got
Like
bullion.
10 pounds in dimes.
I don't go by weight. I go by face. But yeah, I'm putting together a couple of guardhouse boxes of constitutional silver. Still a long way from getting anywhere near complete, but then again, I'm also doing that at the same time as I'm buying just straight bullion.
If you don't have rolls, it's just easiest to go by weight. Plus, I spent $16 on a sack that had a dollar sign on it.
Yeah.
So I just put all my dimes in there. Every once in a while, I throw it on a scale.
Yeah. If you can pay less than $20 face for constitutional silver, do it. And remember that it takes $1.40 to equal a troy ounce in face value. So 14 dimes is an ounce. 2 $half and 4 dimes is an ounce. 4 quarters, 4 dimes is an ounce.
Now do nickels.
Nickels aren't silver.
They're wood. Do wood nickels.
Or, yeah, wood or nickel, Go figure.
Did we ever talk about banks?
I kind of danced around the subject a little bit. I mean, it's
Wonder if Bunny's.
When we're talking finance, it's kind of the same thing.
Wonder if Bunny's mad at me for kicking her over that boy bun thing.
No. Because that's either gay or it's gay, and I'm going to go with it's gay. So.
It's a dirty gay. The worst part is I had to put my hair in a ponytail for football because you don't want that shit hanging out of the back of your helmet.
Palomalu does. He's fine.
Palomalu? Oh, you mean the guy whose name you can't read on the back of his jersey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm as far as the bank closer goes, SVC got it what it fucking invested in, and it got it hard. So good for them.
Yeah, what it fucking is.
The second bank failure today was not unexpected given SVC going tits up. However, I was very concerned about a run today. And it looks like the banks aren't having a run on the deposits, but all of the bank stocks are fucking crashing. So they put all the trading on hold for the bank stocks, which is going to hurt. It's going to hurt the banks, but fuck them. I just want to make sure that we don't bail these fuckers out.
Especially if they can't take a joke, yeah.
They need to suffer the consequences of their bad actions.
Yeah. Banks and Little Mermaid. And the new fucking Grease movie. I mean, they have some action scenes to stuff for too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, you know what? The best thing you can do about all of that stuff is not even talk about it. Don't even give them the outrage clicks. Just don't. Just
Oh, I had to watch the new trailer. I did have to watch the new Little Mermaid trailer. And Little Mermaid trailer is, it looks like it's going to be a decent movie as far as visually. I mean, it's eye-catching. There's no denying that. But holy shit, you cannot, like, if her hair wasn't flopping around, you can't tell it's underwater. And I kind of take an issue with it.
It's just dark.
No, it's oddly clear, like just weirdly clear. And what's his name from Javier Bardem is Triton.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I guess. What the? Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I refuse to get outraged by it. I think it's dumb, but I refuse to get outraged by it. I'm not going to give it any time. I'm not going to go see it. I'm not going to have my kids go see it. We're not going to watch it on Disney Plus, which is where it's going to end up in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm just not. That's the way to win against this stuff, is to ignore it. Especially stuff like the Grease prequel.
Yeah. I mean, I do want to see the new Dungeons and Dragons. It looks cute.
It looks retarded. Dude, if there's anything that you should have learned in your lifetime is that Hollywood will never make a good Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I just said it looks cute.
And the director is already out there saying that they shit on the male characters. So it's Miss Andrew the movie.
All right. Well, Steven can rip it for me. It'll be fine.
Go let him ogle Chris Pine and watch him get humiliated the entire movie. That could be a thing Steven does, because it's not going to be a thing that I do.
Fair enough.
And I wanted it to be good. I have wanted a good Dungeons and Dragons movie my entire life.
Yeah, well, when they cast like Marlon Wayans, you know you're in for something. Go, Marlon Wayans. That's exactly what I want in my Dungeons and Dragons movie. Can he be my G.I. Joe movie too?
I had hope for the one that Jeremy Irons was in, but it was bad.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, Athos. You're not gonna do it for me. What a great cast of the Disney Three Musketeers. Kiefer Sutherland, Charlie Sheen, and Oliver Platt. Kudos. Even the other one with Jeremy Irons, Gerard Depardieu, and Gabriel Burns. Chris O'Donnell.
Was Chris O'Donnell D'Artagnan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And well, D'Artagnan was John Malkovich too, the father D'Artagnan.
Yeah, the best version of the Three Musketeers was done by Tom and Jerry.
I don't know. What was that one with Mickey Mouse? 7 in 1 blow. 7 in 1 blow. Steven says, I googled Chris Pine and Wonder Woman moved on.
Yeah, I see that.
He's getting older. There was this cute part in Dungeons and Dragons where they necromance a soldier back from the dead, and it can answer 5 questions, and it's answering like all these questions that aren't even directed towards it, and it just dies. He's like, son of a bitch. I mean, it did look cute, even if it's got that kid from my Everyone Hates Chris in it. The Chris character. Everybody Hates Chris. We shall see. We got plenty going on. Let's see what we got going over on the Twitter.
Almost too much going on. It's all going to be bank shit or some Oscars shit, which the Oscars are just unremarkable as hell. Can't wait for the ratings to come in and look at that. I wonder if it's even up over last year. Although, again, appreciation for giving it to Michelle Yeoh and Short Round.
Brendan Fraser accepts the Oscar for Best Actor for The Whale. All right. First movie you think of when you see Cameron Diaz? Yeah.
Mask.
A Mask. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie's Angels.
Something About Mary.
Zardoz, really?
Fucking A. No, I did that for troll points. Zardoz is a terrible movie. Nobody should ever watch it.
Troll points.
Sure.
Like you need points.
I got a reputation to uphold.
You've been voting on fucking French fries. Jesus Christ, man.
I heard a good joke about French fries.
Go on.
Do you know the first French fries weren't cooked in France?
No.
No, they were cooked in Greece.
Boo.
Thanks, Dad.
Told you it was good.
What the hell is going on? That's it's a painting thing. Those aren't udders. Those are paintbrushes, really.
Don't care. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's mighty nice. It's a nice one. Polish them udders. Yeah, it's good God. Name a Holly Hunter film. Jesus Christ. I can only think of one, yeah. Yeah, these are fucking. What do we got in the investigatory? President Trump, nefarious movie, Aaron Rodgers. Trending, go woke, incompetence, bank collapse. Impeach Biden, Elizabeth Warren, one LGBTQ. And, of course, blame Trump. I very jokingly blame Trump because Biden's only been in office over 2 years. Oh, it's actually in defense. Train derails, they blame Trump. Banks collapse, they blame Trump. We are being governed by the most incompetent administration in history. I mean, my favorite was when Obama would come in, like the weekend, it'd be Monday morning, and he would find out like all the terrible things that happened over the weekend in the Monday press conference. I didn't know we were running guns in a thing called Fast and Furious. That's crazy. So let's look into that. Donald Trump tried to overthrow the U.S. government. Blame Trump. Yeah, that's what he did.
That's why he's sitting in the White House right now, right?
Yeah. Peacefully assemble. He's trying to overthrow the government. At what point can you take responsibility for the good things that are happening in the economy while still putting the bad things off on your predecessor? How does that work?
It's just their modus operandi, dude. All good things are their to their credit. All bad things are to their enemies' detriment.
How dare you?
Hmm. The thing is that the Republicans or the right or whatever you want to say, the opposition hasn't learned how to frickin' play the same game.
Yeah, I need someone to call Matt Gaetz a pedophile, and Matt Gaetz go, "Did you just call me a pedophile? Okay, we definitely need to investigate you for pedophilia." There's one thing I've learned in the 4 years I've been here: when you say I'm something, you're that thing. So let's open up that investigation right now.
Did you see the testimony that Taibbi and Schellenberger gave in front of Jim Jordan's committee?
The Jim Jordan committee? Didn't I send that to group chat?
I don't think you did.
I sent the one with the out of touch lady who's like, you enacted in a threesome?
Yeah, the one interview from that was the most that was the most
stupid dumb to ever
yeah,
stupid
it was
dumb.
so stupid it couldn't not catch headlines because she was, my God, is that woman retarded. But the whole thing was ridiculous. Debbie Wasserman Schultz. How that woman still has a job, I do not understand. People in Broward County, Florida are fucking retarded. Pretty sure the water makes them stupid. And if I was ever called in front of that committee, that I would just be held in contempt. Well, we'll hold you in contempt. Well, you're contemptuous, so you might as well. Because I hold
you in contempt.
Yeah, I hold you in contempt. You want to tell me again why you're not in charge of the DNC anymore? You just want to reiterate that for the record for us? I don't see you as an authority. I refuse to answer your questions. You are a disservice to this country by breathing. Now, should I just go to the jail cell now, or how are we going to do this? Because I'm going to be unrepentantly contemptuous of you. Not this body. You.
Absolutely. Jen Psaki is a treat and a joy to watch and listen to. Yeah, I feel like getting lied to in your favor.
Yeah, okay.
Inside with Jen Psaki, Sunday, March 19th, 12 p.m. Eastern. She's got Rep. Hakeem Jeffries, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and Mayor Eric Adams.
That would be an awesome place for a disaster to strike.
Anybody knows any concrete-laden bulldozers? Give him the coordinates.
Yeah, the only way that could be any better is if they crammed in Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell.
Good God.
So how was your trailer buying experience there, Garrick?
You awake still, Pumpkin? He's on mute.
He's muted. Might be talking to his missus.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit him up about that later.
Told you we could have done a 90-second intro as to why Garrick would fall asleep later in the episode.
What's your take on the bank closure?
It's obviously why it happened. They're fucking idiot. Like, literally, there is an entire industry that keeps you from growing too big for your britches, and they ignore it. They want to donate $5 billion to climate and nonsense, and I don't trust anybody that isn't me in the first place. But it is shockingly clear in this day and age that 90% of scientists agree with the person funding them. That's the only consensus you're going to get. Wherever the funding is what they'll agree on. And it's gone so far as it's not just scientists, it's fucking doctors. Everything has been politicized, and it is disgusting, and I want no part of it. So until you can show me any of your predictions that have come true, whether it's the 20 million dead from COVID that never happened in your model, or the Great Lakes drying up by 2010, or the lack of literally you say, if we don't get it under, climate change is at a 12. If we don't get it to a 7, all the polar bears will be dead. And we've managed to reduce it to a 10, and there's more polar bears now than in the last 100 years. Then clearly your models are insufficient and shitty.
Well, the models exist to further the politics, especially when it comes to climate change. That's the new fear-mongering drives politics, because politics gives you power. So in order to gain power, you must make people afraid. Like, I will not take any climate, green energy, save the planet bullshit seriously until the people spouting it are railing and frothing at the mouth about China and India. Those people I'll listen to, because if they're concerned about the climate and you're not frothing about China and India, you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
If Greta Thunberg was out there screaming at the top of her lungs, "We must stop China, we must stop India from doing all these things," okay, broad, go ahead. You got my ear.
Yeah.
Let's talk. But that's not what she does.
Yeah, go after the developing world, not the developed world. But at the same time, I'm not going to listen to you spouting bullshit about climate change and how the sea levels are rising when you buy oceanfront property.
Yeah. The shore in Miami hasn't moved an inch in the last 20 years.
There's a lighthouse in Maine that has kept water levels since the day it started in the mid 1800s. And it turns out it rises and falls at the same level for 170 goddamn years. Now, if anything, a rising water... Oh, God, don't get me started on the people of Atlantis being upset that ocean levels are rising, giving them more land. That's stupid. I don't like any of it. Just show me something like what are you going to do when a volcano erupts and puts ash into the atmosphere? Where's your plan for that? Convince me that this isn't cyclical and we're not going through an ice age before you're going to tell me about global warming.
Well, there's recorded history of grapes growing in England and Scotland. You could get Scottish wine at one point in human history. Let me know when we get anywhere close to that again, and then I'll start be concerned about global warming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually more concerned about the opposite, because if a big enough volcano blows up big enough, we'll enter a disaster winter where we won't have a summer for a couple of years, which has already happened. And I think it was 538 AD, I believe it was 536 AD. That happened. Krakatoa blew so much crap into the air there wasn't a summer for 2 years running.
Yeah. Where's that on your climate predictions? Huh? People?
Or a giant asteroid finally relieves us of our burden and turns the Earth back into a snowball. Well, turns it into a fireball for a couple of weeks, and then it turns into a snowball.
Like, I want to see people, like, all right, so anytime we see something on the news, it is happening both more and less than they want you to believe it is or isn't. Like an attack, like recently, Andy posted about an Asian girl getting attacked in broad daylight. Like, I think it was like a WeChat user or some shit, by a black guy. Like, that's the one time we're seeing it. So no, it's not happening in great numbers across the entire continent, but it is happening. It's an isolated incident, but it's not as isolated as anyone who would want you to believe it is. If it's happening, it's happening. That's definitely a 1 in the category if it did happen. Now, it might not be as happening.
Train derailments, when people are saying, oh yeah, there's thousands of derailments every year. That's true. There is. Most of them are not catastrophic, but yeah, anytime a train jumps the tracks, it's a derailment, so it counts. Now,
yeah,
after the disaster in Ohio, several more train tracks happened, and what that is just frequency bias, in that it's hit the news, so now you're looking for them, and so now you're seeing them. I don't think the frequency in which they occur has changed. I don't think not the frequency, but the amplitude of the derailments is any bigger. So like, it's even the derailments that are happening aren't any more or less serious than they've always been. Because ultimately, what the problem with the derailment that led to the major disaster is that they chose to burn the chemicals that were leaking out of the derailed cars. It was a man-made event that is, caused secondarily by the derailment, but the derailment didn't cause the natural disaster. The people responding to it did, because they chose to burn that shit instead of remove it. I don't want to armchair quarterback him. I don't know that it was the right decision, but I don't know that it was the wrong one either. Can't say definitively that was the wrong choice. It was just a choice.
Mm-hmm.
But then, the 3 weeks since, another train derailed in Ohio. Oh, another train derailed in Ohio. Oh, one derailed in Texas. Oh, one derailed in L.A. Yeah. Now you're seeing them because you're paying attention to them. Whereas a month ago you weren't. Because you didn't give a shit.
Yeah, but we also didn't just drop $5 trillion on infrastructure.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. That's for the Ukraine's infrastructure.
Oh, it makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's 10:50. We're gonna talk about shit. Garrick,
What?
Wake up, princess.
I'm right here.
What you got?
Been trying to figure out which.
Bring your
I've
business.
been trying to figure out which.
He's looking for
Been trying
custom
to figure
covers
Goddamn
for
it.
the fifth wheel on his new camper. Like, they see me rolling. That's what I wanted to say. They see me rolling.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
There he is.
We're just talking over you.
I was talking over you the
Yeah,
whole
I
time.
see that. I was trying to figure out which Three Musketeers movie I'd seen that I liked so much. It's The Musketeer. That's why I couldn't find it.
Oh yeah.
I just like
That's wait, isn't that the one with Orlando
Yes,
Bloom?
it's the one with Nougat.
No, not that one. The one from 2001. It's got Tim Roth in it, which I really enjoyed. And David Schofield. Forgot about him.
I thought The Musketeer was a TV show. Wasn't Mina's the flat chick from American Beauty? Mina Suvari? Is that who it was?
I do not recall.
I think that was the one with didn't John Woo direct it or Peter Hymas? I'm pretty sure there was a fucking fight in a ladder factory or some shit.
Yeah. That was there was a fight on a bunch of different ladders. I forget where that was. It was like a little factory. No, not really a factory.
A ladder factory. It wasn't a ladder factory, but goddamn if it wasn't, man. Yeah, I can't name a single fucking musketeer from that thing. I just remember it was Tim Roth and Planchet was like a big fucking Frenchman. What was the one with Orlando Bloom?
I don't know.
I think it was Three Musketeers. They had Logan Lerman in it. And for no fucking reason, Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, that was the one I really didn't like. It was kind of shitty.
Yeah, What's Her Nugget played a way better.
Yeah, the Three Musketeers, 2011. Yeah, I really hated that one. Because that was Percy Jackson played D'Artagnan.
Yeah. So, The Man in the Iron Mask was decent though.
Oh yeah, Leo DiCaprio. Fuck yeah, good movie.
I mean, just the cast, like Gerard Depardieu. Man.
That was the first movie I ever saw Hugh Laurie in.
I'm effeminate advisor number 3. Tell me you'll watch it, Mom. Oh, burp. Isn't Luke Evans a giant? No, not Luke Evans. What's his name? Luke. No, the guy who played in Guardians of the Galaxy, the bad guy.
The first one?
Yeah, Crawl, Thong, fucking what's this fucking shit? Lee? Is Lee something?
Young dude.
Ace, that's who I'm thinking of.
Lee Pace.
Yeah, he's like 6'7" or 6'5" or something like that.
Yeah, he sure looks it.
But he doesn't, because he didn't look particularly tall in. He played an American.
There's a picture of him standing across from Pete Davidson, and they're almost the same height by the looks of this.
He's 6'5".
Pete Davidson?
Pete
No.
Davidson?
No, Lee Pace.
Oh, I was going to say.
Because he's got to have a hunch or something. Pete Davidson 6'5". Pete Davidson is 29. Fuck himself. God, he's just not
say how tall he is, so he's got to be 5'10".
He is just not an attractive man.
Jesus Christ, he was born after I graduated high school.
His dad died in the World Trade Center.
For that, I'm sorry.
But that's like,
Yeah, that's
God, he uses it so much to his benefits. 6'3" is the claim. Pete Davidson is 6'3".
Yeah, that sounds about right then. What movie is this?
I could still take his head and shove it up his own ass.
What is this? Oh, he was the lead elf in The Hobbit.
No,
One of the leader elves.
He was a leader. Wasn't a leader. No, he was in one of the Twilights as first off, he's an American. I didn't know that. So I thought he was one of those fucking Australian bastards. But no, he went to Juilliard. He's from like Oklahoma or some shit. Anyway, he played an American, like an old American in Twilight, like name any battle during the Civil War. I was there. And I was like, that's a pretty good American accent. It turns out he's a fucking American.
I always assume American until told otherwise.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, if I like your voice, you're not American. Like Benedict Cumberbatch, House, fuck you, Mel Gibson, for making me think you're Australian.
He is.
Google him.
No, I know he was born here, but he's, for all intents and purposes, Australian.
Yeah. Goddamn, what's his name? Hugh Jackman. Like they find like really cool voices and then just take them. Like that's gonna be my voice.
Well, I find it interesting that they can sustain that longer than Americans can sustain doing their accents. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, think about how much. Yes, Stephen. It was Justin Chambers, the Musketeer.
Oh.
The Musketeer. How much more American movies there are than British movies?
well, I think it has more to do with, who you interact with. Like when Hugh Laurie came over here to do House, he was over here living in LA doing House. I have a feeling that if I went to England to do whatever, if I was on the Blackadder with him and Stephen Fry and Rowan Atkinson, I'm pretty sure I could sustain a better English accent being immersed in it at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as you're in like the right place. I mean, like, I wouldn't be Cockney in London or anything. But what?
While I got this on my mind, what was the podcast that Blonde and Matt were talking about last night about Michael Knowles talking to some ditzy women?
Oh, it's the Whatever podcast.
The Whatever podcast. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dude, save your soul. Don't do it.
Is that the one with the chick who said she got strep 5 times from licking her poop off people?
I don't know if that was there, but like he's been doing this, but the guy who does the podcast has been doing it for a while. Just don't go into that genre of videos and podcasts, dude. Save your soul. It will crush your will to live.
Because those girls are so cute and so awful.
So reprehensibly awful.
Well,
yeah, a body.
Wait, is this the
350?
Is this the instance? Is this the instance where he says, "I identify as correct"?
I have no idea.
No.
But the girls are so cute and so bad, and then that wraps up your episode of tonight's Fours versus Whores. Hit your waitress. No, the girls are absolutely like
some of them
mint high school cute, like the cutest girls in your high school. It's them. Possibly achievable. Possibly get to third base in a closet.
Possibly could get ruined later in life. Yeah.
Oh no, they're ruined now. You don't get strep 5 times from licking poo off people, and bounce back from that. That is a whore you can't make into a housewife. Take care, poet. Yeah, it is 11 o'clock. We can wrap this up.
Yeah, we probably ought to.
All right.
Night, poet.
Tune in next week where we rate the women of the Oscars and their dresses. That's it for us tonight. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
like, what are you, 112 pounds? You are too fat for that dress, you fucking chunky bitch.
Good night, everybody.
Wait, what'd you eat? 3 grapes?
Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation.